Alright guys, so I'm going to show you as I am kind of cutting away a lot of this dura mater. Sometimes, especially around the cerebellum and on the ventral aspect of the brain near the pituitary gland, it's really deep in there and it can be really easy to sever a lot of important structures. So I want you to just come in here with me and kind of pay attention as I'm doing this. So back here, this is actually the brainstem leading into the spinal cord. So this is the very caudalmost aspect. I'm going to use my forceps and kind of slip under there. And I'm going to lay this down a little bit and just start snipping. So I'm kind of using the weight of the brain structures to kind of pull down a little bit. There we go. So this is going to just kind of peel away. Boy, this thing's slippery. This is going to peel away, but you can actually see some of the nerve roots here. So that's really kind of interesting to look at as you're going. So give a fair distance and snip them off of there. You can see them both ventrally and dorsally. Okay. So now I'm looking at the ventral surface. So here I am face to face with the brain stem. And I'm just going to snip, snip, snip away very carefully, making sure that I'm not cutting any nerves. And if I do cut any nerves, I'm going to make sure that they're a fair distance off of the surface of my structure so that I can actually have something left to identify. So you can see now, here's the pons. You can kind of see that there's some transversely running fibers, and then this is leading into the medulla oblongata, and then down towards, as you move more caudally, that's going to become the spinal cord. So I'm going back to the dorsal aspect and I'm just going to start snipping away. This transverse fissure that separates my cerebrum from my cerebellum, there's going to be that tentorum cerebelli that sits down in there. So you might have to take your scissors and kind of carefully cut down in there. If you nick into the brain tissue, into the cortex, it's really not a big deal. So don't worry about it if you do that. But once you kind of get down